Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are scrapbooking with this sketch right here. We are in the midst of 30 days of sketches with Christy and also 100 sketchy videos here for my 100-day project. Now this has a lot of hexagons and I'm not using hexagons. I'm using circles because I'm scrapbooking some Target photos. I also pulled out these red, black, and white photos from my SCT sampler. We're not going to do them as Valentine's, but I'm just pulling the red. So let's see what I can do. All right, you guys, let's just call it. I went rogue on this sketch. I did not want to do hexagons. I love a good hexagon, but this time I was just not feeling it. I just was like, no, I don't want to do them. So I grabbed my Polka Dot stencil from Scrapping Reflections. I used a little bit of purple tape here on there, and that is just a low tack tape that'll hold the stencil onto your paper, and you don't have to worry about when you pull the stencil off the paper of it ripping. Now I am using Close to My Heart inks. This one is Candy Apple, and I'm using one of my Pink and Main blender brushes. And this is my red blender brush, and it's actually the first time I'm using it. I think I was using red and pink together, but I felt like I needed to separate them, and they all need their own blender brush, right? Right. That might be a little bit of a maniac way of thinking, but that's okay. Like, I don't want to take the time to wash my blender brush every single time I use it. I'm more of the lazy scrapbooker, and having one for each color just works better for me. Apparently, you know, I've had these for a year almost and never used the red one, but you know, we've already established the fact that we used it with the pink. So I am applying a little bit of pressure. I want the red to really be red. I don't want it to look pink. And that's just because, you know, my papers are red. There's some pink in there too, but I want it to be red. So I go ahead and pull off the purple tape, and then I just don't have to worry about it. Now, I probably could have did this backwards, where the white space in the sketch is where I put my embellishment and left it white where the hexagons are. But I didn't have that idea until just now. So I decided, instead of placing hexagons all the way around this page, what I was going to do was take these 6x6 pieces of paper that I got in my SCT sampler kit, my SCT sampler kit. And I decided what I was going to do was just put on the papers in kind of a triangular fashion and just have them go all the way around the layout. It made sense in my head, and I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it actually was. Not that this was extremely difficult, but I did have to mess around with the angles and pick some of the triangles up and put some of them back down and just kind of tuck things in, just so that it looked okay. And, you know, would I do this layout again? Maybe. But, you know, I don't know. I like it. It turned out. I have a whole slew of these photos where we were sitting on one of the docks in the building, and it was on Christmas Eve, so we were just, you know, having a good time. I have done some of these photos very Christmas themed. I have done some of the photos not Christmas themed at all. I actually used blue and green, I think. I don't think there was a Christmas theme in there at all. I'm thinking there wasn't. And then this one is definitely not Christmas, you know, whatsoever. The good thing about working at Target is you're always wearing red, so you can be Christmas at the drop of a hat. Now, I am going to just kind of play around with these papers. I need to cover up where my inking did not go. Like, not that I did not put it there on purpose because I knew I was going to cover it up. So why waste the time and effort and the ink? But I needed to make sure that I was covering up all of those white areas. And I wanted to place the papers on in such a way that it didn't feel like Valentine's. And I think I accomplished that. It doesn't feel like Valentine's to me. It definitely does kind of have that vibe right now. But once I put the photos on and the other things, I don't think it does. And if you look at this layout and it just screams Valentine's Day to you, I'm sorry. For me, it doesn't, and it's kind of going in my album, so it's, it's all good. It is all good. Now, I'm glad that I have the sketch in the upper left-hand corner because, you guys, like, the room is a travesty. I think I said this in another video, but holy moly is this room a travesty. I'm off on Thursday, so hopefully I can kind of get it straightened up. Yeah, it's a mess. It is a mess. I don't know. I don't know if anybody is even interested in, like, seeing how much of a mess this room is. I'm kind of ashamed. And I have a dirty secret, you guys, like a dirty little secret. I have a stack of layouts that haven't been put away, like a stack of them. I usually do it once a month, but I did not do it at the end of January because I didn't have page protectors. And now, February has come and gone. So now I have January and February's layouts in a stack. And it's a big stack. And that's not cool. I need to get some page protectors. So, I say all of that while I am figuring out where these triangles go. And I wanted to leave the entire process in just so you could see, like, how it came together and where the little pieces came from. So, yeah. If this is not your jam, like, I think that this would be really cool to do monochromatic as well. Like if you just had all varying shades of one color, like maybe all greens or maybe all blue or purples. Yes. Like, I don't know if I have enough purple paper to do that though. But like, can you imagine all the purples? That would be amazing. So yeah, so I am just going to put these papers on here and then I just flip it over and trim the back side. That way you kind of see a better line and you can trim off those papers just a little bit easier. So now I have this done and I need to trim down my photos. The photos are 3x4s in here and I am going to leave one as a 4x6 and then I'm going to have one as a 4x4 and I decide to go ahead and place them on like this. That way you can kind of see the bullseye underneath of the photo right there underneath of the square photo. And it's busy. This is a busy layout, you guys. It definitely is a busy layout. I am trying to figure out what I'm going to matte my photo with. I realized that I bought a pack of 8.5 by 11 black cardstock because I've been out for ages and it's still in the other room and I didn't feel like going and getting it. So instead of matting my photo on some black cardstock, I went ahead and put a black doily down and then just popped it up on some fun foam. I am not going to matte the photos. I just, even though it was that lazy moment, I just felt like it really didn't need to be. And the doily up at the top here was kind of accidental because it was sitting up there and I thought it looked pretty good. So I was like, all right, let's just make that happen. So I do add a little bit more adhesive here so that the doily sticks down to the paper a little bit. And then I realized there's a lot of missing adhesive in that corner. So I went ahead and took care of that. I pick up the photo and tuck the little doily in here as well, because why not? I already had a piece of doily, so might as well use it on the page, right? That way I don't have to worry about a piece of a doily hanging around in my stash. So now I've got the basic bones of the layout, you guys. Like, there it is. You know, I need to add a title and a little bit of embellishment, but other than that, we're good. Since there's so much going on the page, like I basically eliminated the open airiness of the white space by using my stencil on it. And I don't mind not using the stencil. I like it. I like the busy. You know, sometimes I just like a really busy page, and sometimes I like a little bit more of a clean and simple page, and this is one of those let's go busy pages. So I have this Mary wood veneer, and the only reason why I have the Christmas stuff handy is because I did a Christmas layout yesterday for yesterday's video, and yeah, it's still out because I haven't cleaned up the room in days. I think probably. So I usually do a big cleanup every other weekend, and this past weekend we weren't here, so that didn't happen. So, I mean, by the time I get this room cleaned up, it might be a month, and this is, oof, it's travesty. So I went ahead and put my title up here on top of the doily, and I just titled it Making Mary, and then I pulled out this December tab, and I go ahead and place that underneath of the photo there where the doily is. And then, you know what, just because I'm not using enough Valentine's products on a Christmas layout, I decided to pull out these little Valentina stickers. I think they're from Bella Boulevard, I want to say. Let me look at it real quick. Yep, Bella Boulevard. And this is, no idea, it doesn't have a date on it. But I go ahead and pick out a variety of these little word strips and place them over here. And then I just go ahead and grab that little heart there, and I figured, you know what, it's cute. It needs a little bit of lightning over there, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that down. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that my things are stuck down to the page, because, you know, you don't want to do the layout and have it fall apart on you. That would just kind of stink. So I also grab some enamel dots, and woohoo, I'm actually using Christmas themed product on a Christmas layout finally. I just grab these red ones and kind of sprinkle them about the page. You guys know I like to have 3 of varying sizes, and I didn't have enough to do that, but I did have enough to get all of the enamel dots done. So here it is, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me as we went way rogue on this sketch. Please make sure, I don't know. Please make sure if you're playing along, I would love to see it. Tag me, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again real soon for another video.